Hey everybody, I'm going to do a very quick, well not very quick, I'm going to do as quickly as possible of a pickup video. And you're going to admire this terry cloth because everything I own is messed up. Anyway, let's just start this off. I picked up only 2 games and the rest of these are going to be movies. And let's see here, I'll start with, in October I picked up Friday the 13th for PS4, and it's pretty fun. It does have a lot of bugs and issues and stuff, but I enjoy the game a lot, and I've been playing it almost exclusively since I got it. And I don't know if I would recommend it at $40, but I like it. It's an okay game, and it's really gruesome and grisly and fun for me. Anyway, some people don't like it, so I guess your mileage will vary. It would with anything. Move this out of the way. Okay, and also grabbed Raiden 5. I got this, I think I got this in December, and I was warned ahead of time, and yes, it is very talky. And as far as shooters go, it's not that great, but it's a shooter for the PS4, so it's kind of stands out among the rest of the PS4 games, as there are not very many shooters for the PS4. So anyway, those are the 2 games I got, and the rest of these are going to be movies. Okay, got Atomic Blonde, and I didn't pay much for this one. I can't remember how much it was. Doesn't matter. Haven't watched it yet. It's on our to watch pile. Looks pretty cool though. All Eyes on Me. This was one my wife wanted really bad. She said, "Get it for me when it comes out," and I was like, "Alright." So I did, and we watched this one, and I thought it wasn't very good, but she liked it. And I hear that the guys that wrote this movie are being sued, and I also heard that this got terrible reviews. I haven't read any reviews by it, but I did hear something that it was panned, and I think Jada Pinkett said that it was actually bullshit. The movie was bullshit, and I guess she'd be one to know, since they were friends when they were alive. Well, he was alive. She's still alive. She's weird. Picked up The Shining randomly. This was in October, I believe. It was $5, and I couldn't pass it up because I am kind of a sucker for this movie. If I'm flipping through the channels, which I don't do anymore, but when I did, and if I came across this movie, well, I would stop flipping through the channels and watch it. Even if it was only like 2 minutes of the movie left, I didn't care. I would just watch whatever was left of it. So there we go. I enjoyed it a lot. It's fun. Classic. And saw it when I was very young. Picked this up off of a group on Facebook. This is the Despecialized Trilogy of Star Wars. This is the original versions of the movie. They are very nice looking. The picture quality is as good as it's going to be. They're composited, I think, from multiple sources to give you the best picture that you can get. I'm not too sure how these were assembled actually, but look at this artwork on the discs. Isn't it nice? Got this Cloud City inside of the silhouette of Boba Fett there, and Dagobah here with Luke on it, on the Darth Vader silhouette. That's pretty cool. And these, like I said, they look legit, but they are not. They are bootlegs, and damn, this packaging is really nice. Anyway, I'm pretty pleased with this, and I think a lot of other people would be happy to get these. I really don't think that, even with the acquisition of Fox by Disney, that these are going to be released anytime in the foreseeable future, but, well, just wait and see, right? So this trilogy, Guillermo del Toro trilogy, featuring Kronos, The Devil's Backbone, and Pan's Labyrinth, this box set, it's very nice, hefty. It's in a larger than usual DVD case, or Blu-ray case rather. It's almost kind of like a 45 record, or 7-inch record. And yeah, it's got this cool gatefold packaging there inside of it. And this was one of the things that I picked up at Barnes & Noble during their Criterion sale. It was the only Criterion that I picked up, actually. Typically this sells for $100, I think. And after discounts and the sale and coupons, I paid $35 for it, which was amazing to get this for that low of price. Although I do prefer the artwork for the individual releases. That is by Mike Mignola. Those look very nice, but this box set is amazing. Also picked this one up at Barnes & Noble. You'll see a theme coming up here. This is Blood Feast this is an Arrow Video release. I got this for very cheap with, again, sale, coupons, all that shit. It was under $20, which was amazing. And it is another movie here called The Scum of the Earth, another H.G. Lewis classic there. I used to watch this movie every single day. I have a VHS copy of this down in my basement that I've had since I was 15 years old. And yeah, there was like a whole year that I watched this on a daily basis because I love it. Anyway, nice to have this on Blu-ray and through you know, a very nice specialty label here, which is, you know, Arrow Videos. Yeah, I picked up Blood and Black Lace again through a Facebook group. There was a guy that was kind of desperate to sell some stuff right before Christmas, and I was happy to oblige because he was giving great deals. This was part of a lot of 3, and the lot of 3 cost me $50. And then right before that, I bought 4 other ones from him. Oh, excuse me. But those got stolen off my porch by a porch bandit. That sucked. But anyway, this is in very nice condition. It's only probably been watched once, and it has, as all of these do, all these Arrow videos do, reversible artwork and a little booklet and all kinds of good shit. You know, nice looking packaging there. So yeah, that was the Mario Bava classic Blood and Black Lace featuring Cameron Mitchell. This is not a classic, not as far as I'm concerned, but I had this on video, on VHS a long time ago, and I think I have it as a double feature on DVD through an Anchor Bay thing. This is The Initiation, which is an American slasher movie from the 80s, subpar. It has Daphne Zuniga from, what is that show called? Melrose Place. She's in this movie, I think, it might be her first thing that she was ever in. Anyway, yeah, specialty labels, always cool. Not the best movie, but it's not horrible. Here's another classic video store movie, Slugs. This is also from the director of Pieces, and this is not as fun as Pieces, but it's still pretty good. This video quality on this is fantastic. It looks and sounds really, really good, and it has a lot of extra features and shit on it, which is good. And this artwork kicks ass. It also has some classic key art in the inside. You can flip it if you want to. Cool. Happy to have it. And this last one here, Island of Death, bona fide sick classic. I love this movie. Nice sleazy Greek movie from the 70s, and I upgraded this one from DVD. I have the old image release down in the basement on DVD. I normally wouldn't have picked this one up, but I got it as a very cheap from a guy on Facebook. This was actually one of the ones in that lot that got stolen, so I was able to get it replaced, I guess, in one way. I did file a police report, but they don't give a shit about property, you know. I was talking to somebody whose car got stolen, whose car got stolen, and they said the police didn't do jack shit for help them out either. So they're certainly not going to be looking out for, you know, some piddly crap like movies that aren't a big deal if they're not looking for people's cars. This was also from a Facebook deal. This is Going to Pieces. It's a documentary about the 80s slasher cycle. This is based on a book that I have by the same name, and I had this on a bootleg DVD that was recorded off of Stars way back before I had access to it, so it was kind of cool to get this after such a long time, because the special features have additional clips that weren't in the movie itself, which is pretty cool. This is not comprehensive as the book, but very well done. I thought it was put together pretty nicely. It's fun to watch. It's a nice time waster. There's something pretty special. This is Spookies. It has, as you can see, some Canadian, or French-Canadian, rather, French titles on it. Here's the back cover. If you remember this artwork there, that's the movie. It was kind of looks like the Monster Squad if you do not being careful. Anyway, this is a silly fucking movie that I saw when I was about 12 years old. And the only thing you really need to know about it is it has monsters and a wine cellar that are extremely flatulent, and that is reason enough to buy this. There are only 1,000 copies of this, and good luck finding one, I think, at this point. These are all gone. It was from a guy who runs a store in Canada called Eyesore Cinema, and it's sourced from a VHS, I think, but it's really, the picture quality on this is amazing. They cleaned this up so much, and it looks really good for something that's basically a bootleg. Here's a movie called Spiral. I didn't do enough research. I would have passed on this knowing that it's also available on Blu-ray now, but this is a movie that's directed by Adam Green, who did the Hatchet movies. It says it's also directed by Joel David Moore, who's right there on the cover. You can see the bottom half of his face. He's in quite a few movies, including that piece of shit Avatar. I haven't seen this one before, but it's supposed to be really good, so I'm going to give it a chance. I only got those two, that one for $5, along with Going to Pieces. And this was part of a deal I also got, which was not very expensive at all. So this is Mountaintop Motel Massacre. I thought I was getting the old Anchor Bay release, but this is an image release, which is actually a new version, I suppose. Not necessarily. It's the same version as Anchor Bay, but it has a different cover. And this is the old VHS cover, a little bit dolled up for DVD, and it's pretty hilarious. And the tagline is terrific. I just love that. I used to see this in the video store, and I've passed on it a number of times, and then when Suncoast Video became a thing, it was in the under $10 section, so I bought it for the VHS collection that I was beginning in the early 90s. And I've owned it at least 3 times. And this would be the 3rd one. And the same goes with this, Return to Horror High. Now this is a piece of shit garbage movie, but I had to get it because it was part of a deal. And it says it has George Clooney in it, but he's only in it for about 5 minutes. And Maureen McCormick has a semi-large role in this as a police officer. This is a silly spoof, like horror comedy slasher movie from the 80s. Not a good one. but it's entertaining, mildly entertaining. It's stupid, but it's a replacement of one that I used to have that I kind of wanted again, and going into the collection. And then here is the last thing that I got, which is part of that deal there. The last two movies came with this one also, and this is Tetsuo Iron Man, which is a classic Japanese movie. It has a couple of sequels that here don't measure up. If you haven't seen this, it's definitely worth a look. It has an amazing soundtrack, and I learned that the composer of the movie died just not that long ago, but a week or so ago. Today is the 3rd, so Happy New Year. And yeah, this is a great movie, and it's worth checking out if you haven't seen it. So that's that. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you later. Bye.